Topping today's news, Prime Minister Davis leads off debate on the 2025-2026 fiscal budget, the opposition calling on the government to do more on the crime front, while works is underway on the island of Eleuthera and Exuma when it comes to road repairs, another $20 million contract signing for roadworks on Long Island, and 3 teenagers arrested for possession of an illegal firearm on Tuesday. This is your JCN Evening News. I'm Jarino Saunders. Thank you so much for joining us. The budget debate began with a fiery exchange between the government and the official opposition over the government's projection of a balanced budget with a surplus being historic or not historic. The Prime Minister said he is pleased, though, that many Bahamians are engaged in the budget debate and that most of the commentary so far has been positive. He sought to explain the difference between the projected budget surplus in this current budget compared to those in the 1999, 2000, and 2021 budgets.
Because the projected deficit in fiscal years 1999, 2000, and 2000 and 2001 was below 0.5% of GDP, it is argued that our budget for the upcoming fiscal year will not be the first balanced budget presented by a government since independence. I find this petty and churlish, and the argument is striking. So let me clarify what a balanced budget is. A balanced budget occurs when revenue matches expenditure, not when revenue is close, but still less than expenditure. That's a balanced budget. Not when revenue is a few dollars short, but not quite there, as was the case in the 2 years mentioned. In the 2024-25 fiscal year that we're still in now, we presented an overall deficit of less than 1%, remember? However, we did not announce this as a balanced budget. We didn't do that. If taking your views on what happened in 2000 and 1999, 2000, 2001, we could have said last year we're presenting a balanced budget, but we didn't tell you that. What we told you is how well we have done so that we brought the deficit down to below 1%. Right? So that's the distinction. Right? So this surplus that we're projecting indicates not just a balanced budget, but an expected overall reduction in debt levels, unlike the planned deficit presented in 1999 and 2000.
The Prime Minister then sought to explain why a balanced budget is important for the country.
Development. There are many other benefits to balancing the budget. Without a deficit, the government avoids accumulating debt, thereby reducing future interest payments. A balanced budget signals fiscal discipline, which helps us in our drive to gain higher credit ratings and, as a result, lower our borrowing costs. Fiscal responsibility also enhances our credibility with international lenders and institutions, such as the IMF or the World Bank, which can be critical in times of global economic stress. With our much improved fiscal position, we are able to continue to prioritize expanding opportunities for the Bahamian people. Wherever you are, whatever your current situation, we want to create the best circumstances to provide you with opportunities, as well as ensure that you are best placed to take full advantage of them.
Prime Minister Philip Davis. Meanwhile, during the Prime Minister's contribution, members of the opposition continued to press the government for more details on the sale of the Grand Lucayan, pointing out that the sale of the resort was not included in the budget communication. The Prime Minister accused the opposition members of perhaps not being aware that the Grand Lucayne is not owned by the government and that the sale of the resort has to go through a process where funds first will be received by the holding company Lucayne Renewal that will settle all outstanding debt before the remainder of the funds go to the hotel corporation. Well, opposition member for East Grand Bahama Kwesi Thompson stood on a point of order.
Let me make it abundantly clear that we are aware. But what is more important is, has the government actually received the $120 million
as represented by the
as was represented? How much of the $120 million was received?
in the bank.
That's the ultimate question. Trying to give an illusion about some separate entity and so on does not make it makes little sense. The question that Grand Bahamians are seeking to answer is, if you made a deal for $120 million, how much of the $120 million have you received? And when are you going to receive the balance? That's the ultimate question.
Prime Minister Davis answered the question by noting that the leader of the opposition has initiated a process where he will soon get the answers that the opposition seeks.
Your leader of the opposition has written to the purchasers and indicated the purchasers that he wrote me to, and I ain't see the letter yet.
Your office, it's been sent to your office.
I said I've not seen the letter yet. What's not the case? What's not the case? What's not the case? No, after I got the information that you wrote me, I went searching because I was trying to arrange the meeting so that you could meet both of us at the same time. That's what I wanted to do. No, that's it. So you'll get the answers when you meet with them.
We'll have more from the debate in a later newscast. Meantime, the Free National Movement is also demanding that the government present a comprehensive national crime strategy before the conclusion of the budget debate, as public safety cannot be an afterthought. Deputy Leader Shannon Cartwright said the government must stop dodging the crime crisis and start protecting the Bahamian people, adding that the Progressive Liberal Party's budget offers no plan to tackle gang violence, gun trafficking, or neighborhood safety. He continued that the PLP found $56 million for a new parliament building, but not a line item for serious crime reductions. In addition to a new police headquarters, the government has rolled out a series of plans designed to reduce crime, including their Clear Hold Build initiative and a new anti-gang legislation. And finally, in this segment, roads on Long Island have been in a shoddy shape for a long time now, but Tuesday the government signed a $20 million contract in a bid to fix that and other infrastructural issues on Long Island. Here's Prime Minister Philip Davis during the signing of the contract on Tuesday.
This contract for the Long Island Road Rehabilitation and Waterwork Project reflects our belief that every island should have smooth roads, accessible potable water, and the necessary infrastructure to support growth. This project is about more than asphalt and pipes. It's about people. It's about progress that is long overdue. Long overdue for Long Islanders. And most importantly, it is about partnering with our people to solve the challenges we face together.
Jcn News, Chief Financial Officer for the Rowdy Boys Construction Company, said the contract and roadworks will help to revive the island of Long Island.
That's why this project is so much more than just construction. It's a small but significant step towards building a future where more Long Islanders can return home, find fulfilling employment, and build thriving lives. It's a chance for those who left in search of opportunity to come back and contribute to the growth and prosperity of their own community. Rowdy Boys Construction is eager to get to work, and we are committed to delivering this project with the highest standards of quality and safety. Thank you to the government, to our stakeholders, and to the people of Long Island for entrusting us with this responsibility.
Works and Family Island Affairs Minister Clay Sweeting gave details of the project.
This undertaking will call for rehabilitation of 18 miles of roads from Stella Maris Airport to Salt Pond using 1.5-inch thick hot mix asphalt, not sand and seal. We'll be conducting verge clearance over more than 100,000 square yards, laying over 253,000 square yards of new lime rock base and pavement, installing 6,000 cat-eyes, 40,000 feet of road striping, and 25 regulatory signs. Equally important, we are modernizing the water system with new pipelines and 119 lateral service connections.
The Long Island Road Improvement Project is expected to take 15 to 18 months. We'll take a break here. We'll be right back following these commercials.